Hey, so thought I'd play a little music today. Had some of my music get released on Spotify this weekend, which probably has the worst timing because a lot of my songs that I wrote quite a while ago seem either really ironic or really inappropriate for what's going on in Kelowna right now, where I'm from. Me and my family got out of Kelowna because I have a 2-year-old daughter and cats, and I really didn't want to risk them breathing in the fucking crazy air quality. And luckily I don't work on the weekends, so we were able to get out, and I have family in Vancouver, so we were able to get to there. Weird impromptu way to come visit family, but yeah, I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the Okanagan right now, and I'll be going back the next couple of days to do work and try to see if I can help out in any ways and see what's going on with our apartment. But yeah, thought I'd play a couple of songs that have been released on Spotify right now. Don't know if it's good timing or the worst timing for a lot of these songs, but I know for a lot of people right now, they're still going to work in their daily lives and doing everything. This is a song that I wrote during COVID when I felt similar vibes of going to work while kind of the world feels crazy. So that's this song called Work. Gotta do man's work. Work with your hands on the land. Do woman. Gotta do woman. Gotta be a mama. No time for the drama. Gotta go to work. Whoa. Gotta do girls work. Learn about the world, play with the squirrels, go to work. Boy, gotta do little boys, make lots of noise, play with the toys, gotta go to That's one of the songs called Work. It's a pretty simple song. And I wrote that, like I said, during COVID. mainly thinking about a lot of the people who do work that doesn't have the option to stop. So a lot of the people who are like market vendors and working in agriculture and doing farming, there's not really an option for them to stop anything that they're doing. Unfortunately, people do need to eat. There's a lot of basic essential businesses that always need to keep operating. People working in emergency rooms, a lot of those things, they don't have the alternative trying to get, how to dodge or not doing anything. So, yeah, that's what that song is kind of about. Another song that's been released on Spotify, it's a song that I've played before, Wake Up Now. Again, I don't know if it's very inappropriate or somewhat appropriate, but it's one I wrote a while ago. I'm tired of broke, tired of sad, tired of rules, both good and bad. Tired of you, tired of me, tired of our whole history. So wake me up, oh, kill me now, before I burn this whole down. 'Cause I hate more, dances more, I hate rock, I see more. They'll say it's not so bad, and please be more forgiving. Well, that's a lie they sold us all, keep us all from living. Oh. So stand in line, bills, don't speak out, please sit still. Fuck your dreams, fuck your heart, as they corporatize your heart. But it's all good, and don't make waves. They brainwash us slaves. You can go to work, collect your pay, watch your soul rot in decay. They'll say he's crazy, and you need not heed his words. Just like the ones before me who were dying to be heard. So wake up now. So listen now, listen well. It's time to break out of this spell. Quit your job, live your life. Fuck your boss and love your wife. And all those prizes and awards that they made us all up for the night were shit, neither are they. They're always us right away. And the heroes that you worship on the screen, they're not real. Unlike the workers and the mines and the suffering they feel. So wake up now. For all this time. Wake up now. Wake up now, before it all breaks down. Before it all breaks down, 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 down. So yeah, it's a song, Wake Up Now. Kind of talking about, what I thought about what's going on in the world sometimes, mainly with it just seems like a lot of these systems don't always pan out as good as we'd hope. And a lot of us, unfortunately, wait for things to be a little too painfully obvious before we pay attention to them. And yeah, just a lot of us I find are kind of sleepwalking through our days. We do a lot of repetition, a lot of basic things, and don't really think about if this is good for us or if this is good for the longevity of our life. But sure, a lot of these songs, like I said, aren't really gonna. My timing on things was not ideal. Don't think that a lot of these will be very well received. So this is another song. Big thing going on the Kelowna right now, and something I did. If something to be aware of, if you're sort of outside of where the fires are going on, you should still probably be looking at some sort of air purifiers and masks and ventilators and things like that. Same with if you're in Kelowna, obviously. It's actually a great time, one of the more reasonable times to be using N95 masks and proper masks for dealing with particulates. So this song's called Breathe. Again, probably painfully either ironic or fucked up. Remember to breathe deep inside. When the rage fills up your mind, just breathe. Be calm. Remember the water on the lake. Remember to give more than you take. Just be calm. Feel your heartbeat slowing down. Even as the world turns upside down, remember to feel. Breathe. Fill your lungs and fill your soul. Let the air make you feel whole. Just breathe. Remember to breathe even slow. You forgive and you let go. Just breathe. See the world before your eyes. See through the chaos and the lies. Lay it see. Feel the pain and feel the joy. As we rebuild while we destroy. Please feel. Breathe. Like it might be your last breath. For we all must face our death. Just breathe. Remember to breathe deep inside. When the rage fills up your mind, just breathe. And so that's my song, Breathe. I wrote that as kind of a mantra to myself. I'm a big Wim Hof fan. And just as you're dealing with stress, just have a nice little, my own version of brainwashing. But again, I think this song will play miserably, given the context of when it was put out there, and just what's going on in the world right now. Pretty rough timing. And this one will be the worst one, so I figured I'd just get that out of the way. This is my fucking worst timing of any song to be going out into the world. Literally came out on the Friday when we were leaving the Okanagan to get out to the coast, because I didn't want my baby to be barfing and having her eyes all screwed up from smoke. And unfortunately, we don't have a bunch of amazing air filters, and I do have someone out here, and I highly recommend to any people who are in Kelowna or Rutland or anywhere in the Okanagan right now who are really getting hit with this, is there's a few places. If you go up Highway 33 towards Rock Creek, that's where we initially went. Towards Princeton, the air's not that bad. In Rock Creek, it's still a little rough, but it's still significantly better than in like Kelowna, Rutland, that area. That's also an alternative route, so everything doesn't become jammed going sort of the Highway 97 route either up to Vernon and Lumbee, or the Highway 97 route going to West Kelowna and like the main Coquihalla route. Takes a longer drive, but there's more air. Small towns, so obviously they don't have tons of stuff going on, but it is a place where you could fill up gas, you can get food, they have some hotels and different things. That was a route that we took. I know most people can't take a day or two off work because that's how poor everybody is. So I'm pretty much in that same boat, and I'll be going back to work this week. And I get it. It's just if you can look, there's that Okanagan fire alerts on Facebook, and a few different people who are doing kind of alerts through social media on places you can go and stay and camp. Definitely look into that. There's a lot of people, I think, who are doing a really, really great stuff. A lot of the businesses who have a lot of space are allowing people with RVs and campers and stuff and tents to go there. I think this would be a great time if you're a person who lives in Vancouver and you have space in your house to try to invite people that you maybe know in the Okanagan to come out there. A lot of this is going to be a tough week. Even if these fires go down in the next 5 minutes, that air is still going to be pretty toxic for a while. And the damage to the area is going to be pretty monumental, and the damage to the businesses, to staffing, to tourism in the Okanagan is going to be pretty brutal. So, for a lot of the people in Vancouver, which is where I'm at right now, who go to the Okanagan and support all those things and go vacationing there, this is a great time to kind of return the favor and offer up any assistance to those people who are fucked right now. And just be aware that, a lot of people are going to keep doing things as normal for as long as possible just because they don't have alternative options. And I know that that's pretty much where everybody's at. So anyways, here's my song Fire, which came out as there's the biggest fire in Kelowna, literally on the day of. Not something I planned, just how Spotify releases are like 3 weeks delay. And I wrote this song, quite a while back. So probably the most inappropriate one. But I wrote this song I was staring at a fire, thinking about just how fire is a big part of our lives, as it's destroying homes and destroying communities right now. It's also the fire in your engine that's going to get you out of there. It's also, when we think, I listened to an interview where they were talking about how many, barrels of oil gets burned just to make a cell phone or to make an electric car, to make anything work, that even when we're using my computer right now, I'm still burning things. We're always burning energy. And so we need this burn all the time. And even when you say like you've got spirit or soul, it's like you have fire in you. So it's a weird, complicated relationship with this thing that is both the main destroyer and the main lifesaver of our community. It's the fire in the fire truck's engine that gets it to the place to put out the fire, which seems crazy. That's basically what this song's about. This life's burning up, it's too hot for me to handle. 1 minute in a fire, a life in a candle. Well, it's burning so bright, I don't wanna get burned. Every scar left behind is a lesson I've learned. This fire is burning long before. Burn right through this world and more. It'll catch you up in smoke and flame, leave you there with what remains. Then all in one exhale, it's gone in an instant. A wicker and a flame, and the two become distant. Never even real, was it something we could feel? Or was it all smoke and mirrors on a movie reel? This fire's burning longer still. This fire was born and bred to kill. It'll burn through you, it'll burn through me. Burn through our whole history. But the fire will keep you warm at night. There's a fire in you that's burning bright. There's a fire in every breath you take. A fire in every step we make. There's a fire that beats like a pounding drum. There's a fire from here to kingdom come. There's a fire in every drop of blood. There's a fire in every brotherhood. Was it all just a waste as we're drowning in the ashes? Every wave passes by, it's a series of flashes. Will we ever really learn as we burn, burn, burn? Or are we lying in wait, just waiting for our turn? This fire will burn right to the ground. It's been lost before and it's been found. To treat that sacred fire dear, and always keep that fire near. There's a fire in every pounding heart. There's a fire in every engine start. Fire in the ground underneath your feet. There's a fire in every day you breathe. There's a fire in you, there's a fire in me. There's a fire in every destiny. There's a fire in every broken will. There's a fire that'll make your heart grow still. So yeah, that's the song that definitely couldn't have had worse, more fucked up timing, I think, and put out into the world more. So yeah, check it out on Spotify now. But I definitely don't wish that there was all the footage of fires that there is right now to support that. And yeah, so the last song I'm going to do is a cover. This was something that was requested at the last show I played. There was literally only 4 people because it was kind of a shitty day and no one came out. But anyways, it's a song that doesn't always sound great with just a single guitar and a vocalist. They requested it, and it also, you know, I'm in a bit of a bitter, crazy mood right now, so it seemed like an appropriate one. I apologize, I don't bad with remembering lyrics, so you'll see my eyes go down to look at the lyrics, because that's what's going on, but it's nothing else matters. Much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words that I just don't say. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a day. much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are. Life is ours, we let it our way. And all these words I just don't say, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they do, never care for what they know, never care for what they do. Couldn't be much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. So yeah, that's my music for today. I don't know when I'm going to be doing shows next. Don't know how the Okanagan's going to be doing for a while. But if you're a person who visits the Okanagan, or you know people living in the Okanagan or any of that, great time to reach out to people, great time to try to offer them a place to stay, a place to get out of Dodge. If you have any resources you can help them with, this is the time to do it. If there's any people who need help in the Okanagan, I'm recommending using all the social media things that exist today to try to plead your case to people, to try to reach out to people, to try to explain your situation, try to look for support. There's obviously BC Wildfire Support Foundation, which is going to need a lot of donations this year. And another big thing is obviously like in cities and stuff, if there's any people who are automatically have to go to the Okanagan, reach out to people to see if there's resources you can bring them, water, masks, different things. If there's people who are leaving the Okanagan, reach out to different rideshare apps or posts that you're going to be leaving to see if there's any people you could take with them. For a lot of people as well, it's going to be their kids or their pets are going to be the things that they want to try to get out of there. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy time to be around. It seems like every year you get something even crazier. And yeah, I can assume that my music will not be well received, so figured I'd play it just to get it out of the way. And if there's really hope that the Okanagan can pull through this, but for any people who do visit the Okanagan, they're going to need a lot of support tourism wise and business wise over the next year. There's going to be a lot of rebuilding and a lot of darkness for a lot of the businesses that already had a pretty bad tourism year to start with, and I can't imagine it's going to be super upbeat for the next month or two. But if there's any ways you can support those businesses through online ordering and different things like that, I highly recommend you do that. And I highly recommend, if you want any of those businesses to still exist in the next year, it's time to buy an extra bottle of wine or whatever it is. That's kind of stupid. It may seem like that's kind of stupid, but that could be the difference of these businesses staying afloat, or being able to pay their staff, or being able to pay or deal with some of the damages that are going to happen before insurance payouts happen. And there's going to be a lot of issues with that, as we've seen through a lot of different disasters. So sorry for explaining so much of my own garbage and whatever my opinions are on things, but it's a pretty freaky time, thinking about people's houses burning down that I know and care about, and the reality that there's not much I can really do about it other than try to get out of the way, and hopefully then when I'm working, see if after work if there's people that I can help with or do anything to. And really hope that the Okanagan can survive this and isn't a complete clusterfuck after this. So that's my music. Check it out on Spotify. Woo!